This is Bake Marketing. I'm going to be liquidating about 50,000 square feet of everything imaginable. They've been in business since 1981, and the owners are retiring. It's been a good business, very reputable. But as far as Hobart mixers, the stuff needed for grocery stores, small bakeries, the biggest bakeries, there are items in here for that. Here's the Hobart attachments. There's a few hundred of those. Here's a Glen mixer that needs a rebuilding, and our ProForce can do all that. If you want us to do it, then we can do that. We do most of our work in Jordan, so the labor costs are much less than they here. Here's all the Hobart mixers. It's just endless quality of stuff. If this goes on, it's worth a plane ticket, I can tell you. I've done business with Bake Marketing since about 1983. So he's one of those tall boys. It's a tall boy Hobart. And there too is all the attachments again. Here's some spiral mixers. Spiral mixer bowls. We have 5 big spirals that we pulled out of a place. And they need to be redone, but they're very expensive new, so they're worth redoing. These are all assets that make money. Every bakery you see needs mixers, and then you got stoves, donut fryers, donut systems, just endless amounts of smallware, specialty sheet pans, proofers. It just goes on, but I want to point out a few things. You have a line of ovens here, some miscellaneous. This is one of those places that you don't think that you'll find anything else you'll need, but you'll find exactly what you need. Usually that's what happens to me. I mean, my company is Flower Line LLC, and we work projects together over the years. Great friends, good people. So come on down to Dixon, Tennessee. You would fly into Nashville, and then it's about 50 miles from the airport. There's 340 Glen mixer bowls. These are conical rounders that actually came out of Sam's Clubs a long time ago. When they came out, they looked a lot better because it's just that a few that hadn't been sold that have been here a while in the warehouse, and that doesn't do good. There's a massive inventory of stuff. These divider rounders I had sold to them a few years ago. They have steady customers. They have sales going every week. This building is going to be used for one of the owner's hobbies. That's it. And they want to get it cleaned and sweep the floor. And we'd like to get that done as soon as possible. All reasonable offers will be considered. And it's as per David Elston, one of the owners that are retiring. You're never going to get this kind of massive inventory. If we do, chances are it's in a working plant. But you've got over 50,000 square feet here, just crammed in gold. This is all assets. The more that's done to them, the more they're worth, and they make money. They're assets that make money, make food for the world, and it can be anywhere in the world to get people started on a small scale, and then we can take them all the way up to flower line level where it's fully automated. These are all donut fryers. Let's see, racks. We're going this way. Just specialty pans, cake pans. There's a lot of stuff in trailers outside. There's a dough, cookie dough, automated production line that it fills up the tubs because they were selling specialty cookie dough. That was up in New York. That line's here in a trailer, like brand new. So this is a fully automated 36 part. Wonderful thing for a small bakery. Most of this equipment at this location, most of it is for the smaller bakeries. And I can see it ship out the container loads around the world where people want to make food. Start baking. Racks, just endless, and trailers full of stuff. Spiral mixers. You see that this one here, it picks up the whole mixer and it dumps it. Here's another Hobart. Here's a 1,000-pound horizontal mixer, all stainless steel inside. Very, very hard to find and worth a lot of money. It's a Hobart Legacy. There's a blender. We're going to have the pictures and individual information on the larger stuff, and on bakemarketing.com. It has a lot of the smaller stuff. It shows the specs on the pans and all the small items. This concludes presentation from Rick Eisel, the owner of Flower Line, working with Bake Marketing on their retirement plan. And thank you. There's stuff here for restaurants. It needs to be cleaned up, fixed up. These are 340 quart bowls with dollies. Donut fryer. It's all outside being cleaned up. Hard-working heroes out here. Man. These are conical rounders. There's about 8 of them or so. They all need to be gone through by an engineer or good mechanic. The small donut fryers, there must be 20 or more here for little donut shops. This is a Bell Shaw 800. It goes with an automated donut system. It's 800 dozen. It's rated at per hour. Very nice depositors. Quite a few of those here. On the website, bakemarketing.com, you'll see all of these pans where they're showing like one and the measurements and the specs. But there's a lot of pans, thousands of them. This looks like about a ribbon blender. If you don't have the people we do for rebuilding stuff like this bigger mixers are worth, major bucks, and they're worth it. They're worth fixing up. Been doing it for almost 50 years. Here's a bunch of bread slicers. Any mechanic can go through these, pretty inexpensive. Here's a cake depositor. These are donut droppers. Nice shape. There must be 30 or more sheeters here. These are for the sheeters, the cutters, different products. There's videos of the donut fryers. This is a piece that looks like brand new. I have to look this up because all my years of business, I've never seen something like this. This here is a silo, indoor silo system. It's like excellent shape. It's been here a while, but it is really nice, and it's all stainless. Maybe something you could use. Most people could use indoor silos. Got a couple of these 300 and 400 pound capacity horizontal mixers, but you can't sell them here in the States. I would, well, unless you're using them for dog food, that's what I would do with them. I would market them for dog food. There's that one, and this one over here. They both need a person that understands gears, bearings, all the stuff that you build a truck with or anything else. The rear ends in most of these are from a truck. So, nothing to be afraid of here for a good mechanic. This looks like a proofer, an overhead proofer for a system like an automatic system. It's got the size pockets where it's may do bread, but yeah, I guess it will. Yep. So it'll do up to probably over a pound of bread and buns. These proofers are really hard to find, good ones. We got them sitting here in Dixon, Tennessee. This is a roll-in rack. You put the whole rack in there with everything you put on it, and then it'll wash it. So that's for the small bakers. Of course, this is a meat slicer, and pretty much the thing is, in this industry, everything pretty much says what it does. The Blodgett, which is one of the name brands in the convection ovens, you cannot go wrong with these ovens. They pretty heavy duty and new. The prices went through the roof since I used to sell them back in the 80s. Looks like a pretty nice counter stacker. You can go at the end of like a 32 or 32, 34, 36 inch line. And then the smaller ones, of course, you could, if you have a tortilla line, this would be good for you. If you don't have a counter stacker, it sure saves on a lot of labor. This is a Jaguar. It's a wrapping machine, shrink wrap machine, and you can look them up. Jaguar is pretty popular, or they were in their day, but the thing about these, they still do the function. In fact, the more analog, the better. Because this will be in this shape in 100 years. Easy. This is a tumbler that's in stock here in Dixon, Tennessee at Bake Marketing. So this can put sugar or seasoning, whatever you want, on your products. There's the inside. So I think I'm going to narrate every piece because usually people that are starting out aren't really sure what the stuff. This is a nice salad bar. It's got the containers, and you just have to add some new plexiglass and clean it up, and you should be good to go. There's a lot of donut fryers here. The thing about the donut fryers that have the tubes that run through the fryer, you'd have to have them tested for integrity because the heat of the grease expands the metal and retracts it. So just looking at it, you can't really tell. But there's nothing that's been built that can't be rebuilt. This is a counter stacker Bake Marketing has. The counter stackers, you gotta bank on it. A new one runs 60,000 and up. So you take a little time on this, get it reprogrammed, make sure you have a programmer, and put it in a line. It's set up right now for 4 tortillas at a time. They look like they're 6-inch. Thing is, the more I walk around this warehouse, the more gold I find. And this stuff here is very, very expensive new. And I would encourage anybody to, just use their local shop, and while you're at it, do service for others, because there's a lot of money in service for commercial equipment. And if you do it and you don't gouge everybody, you're going to be so busy. It'd be unbelievable. This is the front end, the droppers on a donut dropper, and it appears to be, let's see here, model FA2, MDD2. It looks like it's about an 800 dozen. In the front of an 800 or 1,000, it's pretty big. Another cake depositor. They've got lots of them here. If you want to deposit cakes and save some time, here you go. Unlike cars and all of these luxuries, this stuff is not expensive because it actually pays for itself. As the labor you save, hassles, do it right. We can rebuild it or upgrade it, whatever needs to be done. But what's expensive is downtime and a lot of labor, a lot of problems, and that's expensive. The equipment's not expensive at all. I've owned many factories and a couple of restaurants, nightclub, and the equipment makes money, and then it goes up in value. So you can't, when I watch TV on all these great investments, they can't hold a candle to water and food. Anything that produces water and food is a great investment. This all looks like it's one big line. Apparently it goes with this unit. It looks like some type of a sheeter, but what type, I'm not really certain. This unit, your guess is as good as mine. Now there's a market in some countries for just electric, and as I understand, the ovens are pretty much out of everything but electric. So the research I would do, if I was somebody wanting to resell this stuff or use it, I would see which countries have a lower electric bill and go with the electric ovens, which are pretty even heat. One of these and a small mixer, you get yourself in the muffin business. And there's a lot of countries that would rather have muffins than that junk that makes it to the kids, that, you know, that food nugget. You know, I would like to see this stuff all over the world. Our service is, so